literally just clapping for no one. Oh, I want to watch this movie. Sure. It's How to Train Your Dragon live action. It looks so good.
Dude, I love it so much.
Okay, I want to see it.
I know, I'm so excited.
Is it time Just joking.
Dude, I forced my mom to watch all of the How to
Hello, MegaCon Orlando, how you doing? My name is Joe Deckelmeyer with Screen Rant. We are going to finish strong. This is the last panel. Thank you guys for joining us on Super Bowl Sunday. We got football fans in here? Chiefs?
Go Eagles.
Eagles? Before we get started, I have a few housekeeping rules. This is the last panel of the day. The floor will be closed after this, so we're going to have everybody usher out of here.
I didn't get my
Thank you so much for joining me for this incredible panel. We're going to let people come on in, filter on in. By the way, I love asking this, but who came the furthest away? So anybody from London, England? No? Joseph Quitters, yeah, sure. What's that? I would not get a Google. Where? Paris!
Oh my god.
Amazing! Give it up for people from Paris.
Dang. Man, I hate
First
her.
time. Awesome! It's great
First
to
time.
see you guys. Load on in, come on in. When you guys do exit though, we're gonna have you exit throughout that back door and the side doors to my right, your left. We're gonna get more people seated and then we'll get started in just a minute. But this is awesome. Joseph Quinn is ready to go. He's awesome. He's amazing. Screen Rant has provided our team at Screen Rant. Where's Reba? She's there. She is. Thank you so much. She's helped out with some of these questions along with our team at Screen Rant. And we got some questions from you guys. So we'll be asking them. Let's give it up for our AV team back there who's making sure that no matter where you sit, you have a great experience.
Yay.
And also our ASL team, so that way and our hard-working staff, the yellow shirts and the red shirts back there.
You're not clapping. I don't think you like people.
All right.
I'm just filming.
We'll get a few more people in, get seated, get situated, and then we'll start. All right. I don't know what else to say to you guys. Orlando is beautiful. I'm from Los Angeles, and the one thing I thought was I expected the humidity to be outrageous, but it's been pretty nice in here. The weather's been nice, but I heard a week ago it was freezing. So I guess we chose the right week. But you guys want to just get started? You know him as Eddie Munson from Stranger Things. Eric in A Quiet Place. One of the twin emperors in Gladiator 2. And this July, you'll know him as Johnny Storm. Let's bring out Joseph Quinn.
There he is.
What's going on, Joe?
What's going on?
Joseph, thank you so much for finishing strong with us here at Orlando MegaCon.
God, there's loads here. Hello.
Let me hear you if you met Joseph over the course of this week and got a picture. Incredible. All right, we have a lot of questions to get to, so we're going to start it off. Now, Stranger Things. Working on Stranger Things meant diving into the iconic 1980s atmosphere with a mix of nostalgia and horror. Can you share any memorable moments on set that really helped you understand the character's place in the world?
Yes. That's a good question. Would you ask me again?
Working on Stranger Things meant diving into the iconic 1980s atmosphere with a mix of nostalgia and horror.
It did.
Can you share any memorable moments on set that really helped you understand character's place in the world?
Memorable moments. I suppose Eddie's intro, his first scene, where he's thank you. You watched it? Nice. Where he is quite loudly declaring who he is in quite an arrogant way. I think that was quite a revealing thing, as to quite a misunderstood young man, I suppose. Yeah, it's that moment.
Your character, while short-lived, had a huge impact on the fans and the world of Stranger Things. What's one thing you think Eddie did that won everyone over?
I don't know. I suppose sacrifice is pretty brave, isn't it? Where he looks after Dustin, puts his life on the line. That's pretty.
You know, one thing I love about MegaCon was meeting a lot of you fans over the course of the weekend, and I was outside talking to a couple of them, and they had this question specifically for you. So Erica, Jesse, Emily, where you guys at? There they are.
What's going on, gang? Hey, hello.
They wanted to know, you learned to play the guitar for Eddie's epic Master of Puppets scene. Do you still play, and what's your go-to song now? And what was it like getting to play Metallica, which is iconic?
I do still play now, and it was great fun playing that tune. It's hard. I had to learn that. It took a few months. I remember getting an email from the Duffer Brothers during the COVID hiatus. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And they just asked me, like, can you play guitar? And I said, yeah. And then I didn't hear anything back from them until I got this CD for this episode with this incredible CD. And I was like, okay, I don't know if I can play that. But I got to work on it, and that was great fun. And yeah, I still do play. I haven't played for years. My guitar had been gathering dust. So it was a lovely excuse to kind of get back on the horse, as it were. And yeah, I just noodle around with it now.
That's awesome. Now, it seems Dustin's upholding his promise he made to Eddie. In your eyes, if Eddie made it out of the fight, where would he be now?
Where would he be now? He'd be playing D&D somewhere. Maybe with Chrissy. Yeah, that's what I think he'd be.
Your character is so relatable to so many people that feel like an outsider. Can you talk about playing a character that's an outsider and misunderstood and getting into Eddie's mindset?
Well, I think I could just relate to that feeling, I guess. I think we can all feel at times on the periphery of whatever's going on. And I think, yeah, as a teenager, I didn't really necessarily feel that cool. I don't know if that's true or not, but yeah, I think it was just adolescence. It's just rough, isn't it? It's challenging. It's hormonal. So I guess reminding myself of that headspace of there being a lot of life ahead of you, having to make decisions about what you want to do, and people growing at different points, and it's just a confusing time. So yeah, inner Eddie was kind of younger Joey.
What do you think you learned about yourself through playing the role of Eddie?
I learned a lot. I think you learn. What did I learn about myself? Well, it was the first time I've been away for that long on a job, so I learned that I could do that, and that was encouraging. I learned that the company that I was keeping were obviously incredibly talented, but immensely well. So I learned to be. What did I learn about that? I was encouraged and inspired by the kindness of those people, and so I learned that people are nice on the whole. Yeah.
Now, Dungeons and Dragons plays a huge part, or a huge plot point in the story of Stranger Things. You ever played Dungeons and Dragons at all?
Real?
Once. Yeah.
Once.
Loved it. Yeah.
Let's talk about A Quiet Place real quick. Were you good for that? In A Quiet Place, day one, silence became a powerful narrative tool in the story. Can you talk about adapting your performance to communicate your character's inner turmoil and fear without relying heavily on dialogue?
Well, I think it was quite emblematic of my own internal dialogue being in that film. I was very nervous, and myself and Lupita, I remember seeing her, Lupita Nyong'o. Extraordinary, Lupita Nyong'o. I'd been a fan of hers for so many years, and so the prospect of collaborating so closely, as you said, with my dialogue with her was such a treat and an exciting prospect as an actor. And so I was very excited about that, and I guess we were both kind of figuring it out as we went along, just like how much scared is too scared, you know, and trying to communicate with each other. But the thing is, thankfully, with this acting malarkey, it's about so much of it is you're thrown into a situation with someone that you don't know, or more often than not you don't know them, and it's incredibly vulnerable. And you kind of have to cut through all of the bravado or ego or whatever we have to kind of be alive in the world and try and make something. And so doing that with her was an amazing experience. And I think we got away with it, I think, which is good. Yeah.
Now, your character, Eric, survives at the end of A Quiet Place Day One. What do you think happened to Eric, and was the fate of the character ever discussed during pre-production?
I said I've got to stop dying. So please don't kill me. And they said, we kind of want to kill you. Real. They didn't say that. No, it's left very much unanswered. And I think, who knows, maybe we'll find out.
Actually leads me to my next question. A Quiet Place 3 is in the works, at least we hear rumors about it.
Day 2.
Day 2. Would you want to return to that role?
I love that role, yeah. I was so grateful for John letting me come on board and collaborating with the brilliant Michael Sinofsky. That was amazing. I think he did such a brilliant job taking on the mantle of that franchise and doing something very interesting with it. And not to say that the previous 2 films weren't very interesting and brilliant, but you had to follow that up with something. And I think that there was so much of his sensitivity and his writing is just so, in the few words that we do say, there's such weight in it. So, who knows what will happen. Yeah.
You're a fantastic actor, whether it be on practical sets, whether it be the CGI behind you. But both Stranger Things and Fantastic Four feature extensive use of CG effects. How do you adjust your performance on scenes with heavily reliant digital effects? And what do you find most exciting about working with the newest technology in those environments?
I think the industry is constantly adapting, and what we're able to communicate through these incredible engineers is developing, and it's so exciting. I find the best way to adapt to that world is a wig. That seems to help me out, gets me out of trouble. It's something to look at, so that you're not looking at the funny faces that I'm pulling. Yeah, wigs.
Yes.
This past summer, you were in Gladiator 2.
Wow!
The first Gladiator was the first ever DVD I owned. So having Gladiator 2 come out was absolutely amazing. And Ridley Scott came back to direct, and he's a legend. Can you talk about working with Ridley?
Working with Ridley is an experience. He is, as you say, a legend. To make one masterpiece in this game, pretty amazing. He's got like 5, and so you're aware that you're working with this force, this creative force. He's constantly storyboarding as he works. He was a very visual director, and so obviously, like Gladiator for me was an amazing, formative experience watching that with my dad. And the prospect of revisiting that world was kind of, beyond anything I could have imagined. And also just the company as well. Port Mescal. And I mean, to carry that, it was an extraordinary amount of pressure, and an amount of pressure that he could hold so deftly and brave. There was such bravery in his performance and his commitment, and so he really set the tone. Not to mention Denzel Washington's there. And so watching those two work together and independently and kind of seeing this world come back to life with these new characters and some old, with Connie Nielsen coming back and Derek Jacobi, it was some wonderful people. Got to hang out with Pedro Pascal. And the brilliant Fred Heckinger. So it was truly one of those experiences that felt like this isn't going to happen again in any hurry. It felt like old Hollywood. All the sets were built there in front of you, and it was like I was made sure to get my family out there just to witness it, you know. And then within that, Ridley, Marshall, all of these enormous moving pieces was still, I think, I mean, I've had some pretty amazing experiences, I can't lie, but that one was, it's going to be hard to top that.
You know, I was fortunate enough to do the junket for Gladiator 2, and I spoke to Denzel Washington, and he said that walking on those sets felt like stepping in a time machine, because everything was real and practical. Can you talk about those sets that you got to witness?
I mean, it literally, he built ancient Rome. You might think that's funny, but he did. It's not a joke. It was, I remember, like, I walked onto the Colosseum on my first day with Fred. We were looking around, it's full of extras. There's like Romino over there, you know, all sorts. It was a complete, it's like when, in what other business do you go somewhere and that happens? It was so exciting. That's it. It was just extremely exciting and intimidating, obviously. Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask, can you share any stories about working with Denzel on set, because you do get to screen with him?
Well, yeah, he chopped my head off, didn't he? that was an amazing day at work.
Fantastic. Look, you recently worked on a film called Warfare with Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza. I spoke to Ray Mendoza during Civil War, and that dude is an incredible cinematographer. He knows what to do with the camera. Can you share your experience on that film and what fans can expect from that film?
I can, yeah. I don't know how much I can share, but I will share as much as I think I can. It was like Gladiator in a way, but in a different flavour. It was a strange brief in the fact that Alex Garland, who is an auteur and I've admired his work for so many years, he wanted to co-direct this film with Ray Mendoza, who was an ex-Navy SEAL serviceman, and to recreate something that has happened in Ray's life anecdotally and totally truthfully. So that was a very interesting prospect, from a filming perspective, because a lot of time there's execs, there's producers trying to kind of dabble with the narrative a little bit, but that was sacrosanct. No one was going anywhere near that. That was preserved. Like, it was only going to come from Ray or any of the other scenes that were there on that day. The making of it was beautiful. There's some incredible actors in it. Will Poulter, Charles Melton, Kit Conniff, Cosmo Jarvis, Taylor John Smith, some incredible DeFero Runatai. I'm gonna have to do all of them. I'm gonna miss some names, but yeah, we had 3 weeks of boot camp, and then we shot it in 5 weeks, and it was an incredible experience. I've actually seen it, so I can't say too much, but it's quite something, and I'm incredibly proud to be a part of it.
Oh, I can't wait for that film. That sounds incredible. You're re-teaming with Pedro in a little movie. Talk to me about going from adversary to brother-in-law, and just the working relationship you cultivated over the course of time.
Oh, flame on, yeah.
Wow!
Flame on, Pedro, flame on. Yeah, he's a wonderful man. It's a lovely thing when you get to collaborate with someone again. It's nice, because you go into things and you're familiar with someone. He's a very funny, talented, brilliant man. We had a great time making that film, and the one before. So it's, and yeah, we've got, well, it's going to reveal a spoiler then. Yeah, I mean, getting to spend a day with Pedro is a wonderful way to spend a day, so I'm very lucky.
Incredible. The trailer for the Fantastic, or not the trailer, but the teaser